Hello folks, it is Monday. Welcome to another weekly vlog. Yes, it's still here. Pissed off with it at this point. Oh god, need to blow my nose again. What's that rattling? Don't know. So I'm just heading into town. I'm just having a quick bite of lunch with a friend to catch up. We haven't seen each other since December, so it's been a while. I don't tend to do much socially because getting it fitted in, to be honest, with the amount I'm at my mum's and how knackered I am the rest of the time when I'm not at my mum's and between trying to do scout stuff. I'm more or less like me and my dad are now like sharing my mum's care because it's too much for him on his own. So I tend to be in every other day, sometimes more than that. I was in yesterday, obviously, like every Sunday. I'm calling today after I've left lunch with a friend, just because I'm in town, so I may as well go in and check and see if things are okay, they don't need anything. Then I'll be in tomorrow because it's the day I normally take my mum out. And I'm dreading it, to be honest, because pushing the wheelchair in the cold weather when you've got, you know, and I've said to her, I don't want to give you this. And I stayed away last week, like last Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I didn't leave the house. This started last Monday. I had to go out on Wednesday to go to that skin appointment, which was a waste of time. And then I was in all day Friday. I had to go out on Saturday because it was my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, so I had to call in there. And then I was in on Sunday because it's the normal day I go to see my mum. But the going downtown is quite, you know, I have to lift her out of her chair into the wheelchair, and, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know that I'm capable of, but my mum doesn't really understand. Her brain's fixated on I only get to go out once a week, and if I was to tell her for a second week that I couldn't take her out, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow yet, but I still feel like pants. I'm convinced this is the virus that everyone was complaining about in December. So the guy in front of me is all over the road. It's just his whole two wheels went over the white line in the middle of the road into the other side. Don't know what that was all about. So many people in December were complaining about having this virus, and they were saying it's a minimum of 2 weeks. Some people were up to a month. Some people had been on antibiotics. So I'm only on a week today, and it's no better. The coughing at night time is almost intolerable. I've scared the life out of myself because a few times I've coughed so much I couldn't actually, when I tried to breathe back in, it was like the facility to breathe in wasn't there. It was like, what the hell's going on here? I can't breathe. During the day I feel crap, but it's manageable, you know. But when I go to bed in the evening and lie down, oh, it's a nightmare. I've even tried to sleep propped up and stuff, but even propped up it still starts. Oh, it's just horrible. And I've said to my friend, I said, look, I've got this bloody virus and I'm still coughing, and they're not bothered. So I have like, it's just so rare I do anything. I feel really bad because when they asked about going out for lunch, I had so much stuff, and it was half term. Now this is the irony, it was half term week last week, and I was thinking me and Darren Isaac would get a chance to do something, and I'd said, you know, I've only got a couple of free days and I want to try and do something with Darren and Isaac, and I ended up doing that fault because I was sick all week. So I don't really like cancelling if I can help it, because I have to do that so often, it's ridiculous. So yeah, that's a cheerful start to the week, isn't it? Like, you see in my eyes, it's just full of cold, isn't it? So got science and maths. I think they're not being tested on other stuff this portion, which is awesome. Potentially because they're going to be dropping a lot of subjects. So, like I've said, it's a complete and utter waste of time cramming all this energy into revising for something that you're getting rid of. So maybe they're not gonna. They probably will in June, but hopefully we're gonna miss it in this CM3. It usually is continuous monitoring, which means every term they have exams for every subject, which is just too much. But anyway, he's wanting out of school on Friday early so they can drive down to Dublin. Dublin's like about a 2.5 hour drive. Now that doesn't take into consideration getting to the place in Dublin where it is and how busy traffic's going to be and stuff, because they'll be hitting Dublin around tea time, so rush hour people finishing work on a Friday. Having been to Dublin, the way people drive in Dublin is terrifying. It's just, you take your life into your hands. I'd be a more confident driver than Darren, so that'll be interesting. He's picked a park and ride to go to the arena, whereas if it were me, I would be getting the closest car park to the arena, even if it was that bit more expensive. But he's chosen a park and ride, which I've said to him, you do realise when you come out of there you could be waiting multiple bus loads before you get a bus back. And he says, yeah, I know, I've done it before. I says, yeah, when you were a teenager and not when you had Isaac with you. You know, it's different. So we shall see. I will be glad to see them back in, because it makes me nervous that, like, and Darren gets really sleepy in an evening and he has to drive back 2.5 hours in the dark, like around midnight, you know, and it's like, oh god, you know, I'll be happy to see them back through the door again. Yeah, so I'll stop waffling because I'm talking shite at you. I'll catch up with you guys later in the week. Hello, and well, no, not welcome. I spoke to you yesterday. It's Tuesday. Darren's with me to go into my mum's because I am not going to be able to push the wheelchair up and down. I'm sure I'm getting worse every day. When I try to talk, it feels worse. But I don't want to. This is something that everybody has at the minute, or had December, January, February. And I know people said it's a stinker. So I don't want to be like phoning the doctor, oh, I've got a cold, because it's like, okay, you've got a cold virus, Lisa, you know what I mean? It's maybe really annoying. The worst of it is nighttime trying to get sleep, and it's constant and you cannot stop, and you're trying to like drink and drink and drink, but it's not taking stuff away because everything's too sticky. I know that sounds horrible, but it's true. So everything's just clogged with this horrible sticky stuff, and the coughing is just to the point now that my whole abdomen and chest hurt. But nothing of any interest. Besides that, is it this Friday you go to the concert? So they're away to their gig in a couple of days. Hopefully that'll be good. I'm sure it will. I have to go to, well, don't have to, but there's a district scouts meeting next Monday coming. I've never been to one before. Apparently you have to wear a full uniform. And Eugene, who's like the section leader of our whole like Brownie Scouts, you know, just the whole thing. It would be nice to actually see some scout leaders from 7th Ballymena, which is us, attend. So basically saying without saying, look, you better turn up, without actually saying it. I asked Frances, and I thought, there's no way Frances is going to go. She said, I haven't decided if I'm going or not yet. I says, well, to be fair, if you're trying to make a point about stepping back and not doing everything, you'd probably be best to give it a miss. And she says, you know, you're right. She says, yeah, it's a good idea. So I would imagine she's not going. But I've never been to one, so I sort of feel like I have to show my face. I don't even know what happens. Yeah, but I'm now a leader.
That's what I'm saying though, but you keep giving them more and more rope, don't you?
you can't, if you're a leader, you can't not go to the district meetings.
You can't.
Me and Darren's ethic in that sort of sense is very different.
It's not. It's just I'm concerned they're going to keep pulling you in for more and more.
I've already told you, like, the stuff I do is stuff indoors in the hall that doesn't involve strenuous activity. They can't rope me in to do more than that because I physically am unable to do it, so that's not going to happen.
I remember you once saying when you were doing admin, they won't be roping me in to do it in the hall. They did.
Well, I was in the hall every week anyway. That's why they thought that I deserved to have leadership status because I was there so often, basically. But I don't go. I'd explained to Frances, I said, look, I feel really bad always saying not available when it's a hike or a night away. But I explained to her, I says, like, in the mornings, I'm really bad. And I says, a hike, I says, you'd have to abandon me halfway up. She says, we have to do that on Rita quite regular because she's got bad knees. So the weird thing is the Scouts have got the most amount of leaders. There are, well, ones that are there all the time is me, Frances, Paul, Martin and Rita, so that's 5. And then there's like young leaders, the left explorers, so they're around about 18, but they're sort of like, they appear now and then, so you can't really count on them. And there's somebody called Maria, who I haven't seen since I started, like since they went back in September. I haven't seen Maria, I have no idea who she is. So that shows you how often she's there. And like the Cubs and the Beavers only have like 2 leaders, and one of them, Rita, does Cubs and Scouts every week. So like, it's that thing where the people that are doing it get tasked with, like Eugene says, double and triple jobbing because they can't get enough volunteers to help, which is a pain in the ass. I don't know why people don't feel a sense of obligation if their kids go into the thing to make a bit of effort. Even one night a month would be something that would give one of the other leaders a night off, you know what I mean? Because it is voluntary, it's not something you're being paid for. But yeah, so I don't know what the hell happens in these district meetings, which is like all the Scout groups in the whole district, so that'll be an eye-opener, I'm sure. Right, I'm going to start coughing, so I'm going to switch off. I'll check in later in the week when there's anything of any interest, which probably means NAFL. I've got a headache coming now, so that's marvellous. I should speak to you later. Isaac came home from school early today. Turn around. Because
I fell. He shit his pants.
He fell in the mud. I thought it was worse listening to her, honestly.
And trying to find a route out, isn't she? Do you want this one? No, dog, sausage.
Dobby's favourite programme. We've got Isaac's uniform drying in front of the fire because the blazer has to be dry for tomorrow. The joys of no tumble dryer. How anybody is supposed to sleep in this racket is anybody's guess. Another wind warning. Hello, it is Sunday. I'm closing off the vlog for the week. Look at how much grey hair I've got. I just noticed that. I usually spray it with that root thing and it's usually split down the middle so you don't see all this. But this is where I'm most grey, on the corners. Because when I was growing up I used to have lighter brown streaks down both sides. My mum, when she was a teenager, had a grey streak, so I must have taken that streak after her.
Salt and pepper, they call it.
Yes, well, salt and pepper is what they call it when your hair's like grey mixed through another colour, like my mum's now is salt and pepper. Mine shall be fixed tomorrow, as I'm going to the hairdressers. I'm not entirely convinced that that conditioning colour I put in has washed out, so she'll be like, what the hell's going on, what's this? So hopefully she can still do what she needs to do. I have a district scouts meeting tomorrow night in Antrim. I've never been to one before, but Eugene made it quite clear that he expected to see someone from scouts turning up. You know, that passive aggressive.
One that turns up from your section.
Well, he's going.
Right now.
I know he goes to all of them. Eugene goes to everything. And Elizabeth's going from Explorers. She's already said. Francis won't go. Martin won't go. Paul might go. I don't know. But I don't know what's involved, what happens. What I know. Somebody's come round a corner so fast going the other way that he's taken it way too wide. I'm just repositioning everything as Darren was in the car last. Car needs a wash, it is so dirty, but I have had a virus and did not feel like washing my car, but I'll get it done hopefully this week. On Friday, Darren and Isaac went to Pantera, so do you want to tell them how it was?
It was very good. Especially Hatebird, Isaac, you like them, didn't you?
That's all their name.
There was a band, something about a parrot.
King Parrot
Parrot.
from Australia. They were really funny.
They were really good as well.
So Isaac has taken that after me, that I call things something stupid because I can't remember what it's called, and Isaac thought they were called Hatebird.
I got a mix between two bands. There's a band called Hatebeak. It's like a...
Oh, that was it. Hatebeak, not Hatebird.
No, I called it Hatebird. I called it Hatebird.
It was Hatebeak.
It was. Hatebeak is like...
That's why it was so funny.
It was Hatebird, because Hatebeak is an actual band.
Is it?
Yeah, Hatebeak is a band, and a parrot is the main singer.
And then there was Power Trip, who were accomplished, but they were just like a rehash of classic Sepultura with Paul Tandy from Obituary from TV1 vocals. But Pantera were just pretty damn awesome.
Did you enjoy it, Isaac?
Yeah.
Did you like Pantera live?
Yeah. They were a lot better live than they were recording.
I found a little bit, so you didn't really like them on recording?
No, I do like them recording.
Well, I heard little clips that Isaac took of all three bands, and I'm quite glad I didn't go. Now, the reason I didn't go was because we couldn't really afford 3 tickets. If it had been something we all loved, then yeah, we would have stretched to it. But I don't like that heavy music. You know what? I'm going to get Isaac to WhatsApp me a couple of his videos. Have you got any?
The sound. I even taped both our phones over the mic and it was still too loud.
From which band?
Well, a little bit from each one, so that you can hear a few seconds.
You want the intro from King Parrot?
So if you think I listen to heavy music, a lot of people that aren't into rock think my music's very loud and aggressive. Wait till you hear this.
Isaac, there's a sign right above your head
I
that...
know.
Yeah, are you ready? How are you going to look up? Where is it?
It's right there.
Where are you?
What do you think?
Where's that?
I don't know what it's called. How are people already in line?
Because they'll have standing tickets and they'll want to get to the front.
Is that a Pantera flag? It is.
Yeah. Right, I'm now officially off chicken for live. £4.50 for half a chicken. Nah, it's rank. That bag is like half filled with grease, yet somehow the chicken is dry. Magic. It's quite an achievement, really, isn't it, to have dry chicken in a bag of grease?
Yeah.
Pardon me. And the mocha tastes worse than a drinks machine in an average office. Even though we've got numbered seats, really good seats, that we should join the queue. Now, that's what he thought our queue was, which it isn't. Right down there is the end of our queue, which comes down here. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And it's going right round the corner and right down the other side of the building. And he thinks rather than just have a go sit down and a bit of a rest,
Because if we
should go and join the queue.
If we join now, then I'll stay the same
No.
length for us. If we join later, then I'll become longer.
That's Isaac logic. Not happening. We're going to go find a seat and sit down for half an hour rather than join the queue.
That's because you're a lazy kid.
I am, yeah. Right, that queue, the queue you're on about, Isaac, it's now right down there. right up here, right around the back of there, down the road, back around the corner, blah, 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 all the way down there. Nope.
You might know this song. It's called Shit! What the hell?
Can't get further. $24, were we? This one? I think you were this one. Oops. I understand.
Turn off the lights, let's have a look. Oh. Some of you may know this, but it's worth saying. When the shows went on sale, this was the first place to sell out, so bless your hearts, man. Thank y'all so much, man. It's an honor to be here. Think about it. Last time we played here, like 32 fucking years ago. Y'all are old. No, it's the other way around. No. But with that, we got like this whole new audience, man. You gotta give it up for your folks, man. Anybody grew up in a house listening to fucking Pantera, man. So, I do like to say when you grow up in a house listening to Pantera, most of y'all have been listening to us your entire fucking lives. It's an amazing thing, man. Check this out. All right, so all that youth out there, I want to see energy out of you, and I want to see you levitating off that floor, over here, and the rest of you. Help me sing these motherfucking songs, man. Everybody take a deep breath. The next song is called Becoming. We're gonna find out, though, buddy. Remember, sing with your fist. Sing with your heart. Everyone in this fucking room should know this fucking song, too. I'm guessing.
Fucking hell!
99.something%. If you don't know it, you will fucking know it. So look here. Everyone take a deep breath, crack your knuckles, and do some push-ups. Zach, get the fucking.
film it fucking film then.
Now the Pantera one, I think it was Walk that Isaac played for me. And I don't mind that song, that's fine. But the other two were really like, I don't like aggressive thrashy music, I just don't like it. I'm not saying they're not good at what they do, it just isn't for me. So we now just have to find something that Darren's not fussed on that me and Isaac will go to. But he won't do that, he'll go and see a thing he's even not fussed on just to be at it. You were going to go to Fallen in Reverse.
I didn't even know you bought tickets for that. You just said you got tickets.
If Motionless and Mike came, I would imagine Dad wouldn't go.
Well, your dad's probably more likely to. Are they not really thrashy?
Some of their songs are more like light.
Any hint of rap, forget it.
Any hint of rap? Well, you don't want to see Fallen in Reverse then, we'll sell that ticket.
They do one bloody song,
No, there's quite a bit of rap in Fallen in Reverse.
There's quite a lot.
There's a certain type of rap that's like rock rap, like Limp Bizkit did it
It's
a
new
lot, and
It's like a mix.
Linkin Park do it a lot. And I don't mind that. I actually really like Eminem. Darren hates rap, but Fallen in Reverse have quite a bit of rap in the new album, which I actually really, really like. So I was really looking forward to seeing them, but they cancelled and I don't think they'll be back. I don't think they'll reschedule it.
Well, they're doing like a festival in Europe. So they're
Yeah,
in Europe.
you would have thought that when they're in Europe doing the festival, they're from America, that they would reschedule them, but if they haven't rescheduled at this point, I don't think they're going to. And will he be able to get permission to get into the UK? It might just be a flat no, so they'll have to cancel, which is a shame.
If it was Australia, they'd now be gone for 3 years for breaking visa.
I think they'd be really good live. I have to find out tomorrow night if I remember. Was on that? No, Tuesday night. I've got a district scout meeting on Monday night. Tuesday night, Francis has decided, or like just local scout leaders are going to meet up to discuss plans for the next few weeks and who's going to lead each week. And I was like, I'm not leading any week because I don't have the confidence. I'm very happy to do background stuff and admin and all of the tidying up of stuff, but I'm not confident or loud enough
Just tell me you don't want to do it.
to command.
Don't say I'm not confident, because they'll say, oh, you'll be fine, it'll be good for you, it'll be building skills. Say, no, I don't want to do it. Cut it dead.
Yeah, but I already don't do nights away and I don't do hikes.
You're only supposed to be doing admin, and all of a sudden you're now taking charge of the hall. When you first started, it was admin only, help out with paperwork.
Yeah.
It's bonkers. And they will say to you, oh, you'll be fine, because they know you won't say, no, you'll be fine, we're good for you, we'll help you do it, don't you worry, listen. And then you'll end up saying, I'll do it once, not yet. And Francis is going, yes, I'm happy.
She leaves, I'll be really annoyed. Because I only got roped in because I felt bad because she was recovering from cancer. So how are you supposed to say to someone that's just had cancer and is recovering that just can't do a lot of because her mind's still fucked up, still. The stress of it has just made her really, really forgetful and not able to organise stuff, which previously she was really good at.
Tell them that you Friday night something like me, Bob, you take Isaac King, drop him off, you have to go see him.
See it, Darren getting out of doing anything.
It's not getting out of doing anything, I'm trying to stop.
Why would I want to say my Friday nights are taken up with my mum?
So you don't have to go to the hall?
Yeah, but I'm supposed to be a leader. How am I not supposed to go to
You
the
weren't
hall?
supposed, that's the point though, you weren't supposed to be.
I don't mind going into the hall. I
That's
just
fine.
don't
If you don't
want.
mind it, just do it. I thought you didn't want to be doing
I don't want to take control of a whole evening because that means having to talk really loudly to the whole room full of scouts, and I'm not good at that sort of stuff. I'm not Darren would be good at that. I'm not good at anything like that. I'm very much a background organised person. Darren's more of a out front loud person. You need to have such a loud voice, and my voice doesn't carry.
I won't let them leave until they're paid.
What?
I won't let them leave until they're paid.
the kids. It's hardly the
I'll be
kids'
saying,
fault.
like, good, can you go bring your parents in so we can have a quick word? I'll just point out that you owe 3 years subscription here. You've not paid it, you haven't paid for your t-shirt, and you haven't started paying for the trip. So
Well, you won't have to do that in Scouts because they've all paid. It's the Explorer. You know Explorers, Isaac?
Yeah.
There's about 6 of them haven't paid their subscription still. Ryan Lewis hasn't paid a subscription for several years. No, not him, his parents. Rushing hasn't paid. Alana hasn't paid. Alex hasn't paid. No, Alex has partially paid. Andre, whose mum is Danuta, the cub leader, he hasn't paid. As it's like, why is it? You see, the guy that is over the Explorers is called Marcus, and he's very much. I think he doesn't look like, he looks like an old man, but he's very much like an old hippie. He's like, well, it doesn't matter. You know, he's not bothered. Whereas Darren's gets really annoyed. Well, we've paid. Why should other people be not paying? That's not fair to the people that are paying. But all of our section have paid. All of Eugene's section is paid because he has made sure. There are some beavers that haven't, but the worst one is the Explorers. Loads of them haven't paid for stuff. They were supposed to have paid the first section of the. So we're paying £50 a month for their summer camp, and they were told by the 13th the first payment had to be in, and I think there were 5. I think one of them may have paid now because I sent a chase up email to the WhatsApp group just to remind everybody that the first payment for Auchengilling camp is due, and loads of the Scout parents were like, oh, I completely forgot. And I think I got 5 payments in yesterday, and a lot of them were like, oh, thanks for the reminder. And I says, well, what I'll do is each month I will send another reminder. So that was really good. It gave me an opportunity to further chase. People must hate my guts. See, since that bitch came on, I have to pay for everything. There's no getting away from it. She's chasing you for something. They're always asking for money. Yeah. So that was the happenings of last week. They also went to get a pizza in Dublin, and it was 25 quid. So you can imagine Darren's response to that.
25 each for the pizza, and it was 6 or 7 each for a drink. It was like, no, not happening.
Even
that was a
I
Domino's
wouldn't
as well.
do that.
It was a freaking Domino's.
But they had a good time. Isaac enjoyed it, so that was good.
Tell you a weird thing though. I'd read about the security for cameras and people saying that the security is that tight. If you get caught taking a band type of
Tag it
camera
off,
in,
or they kick you out.
they don't let you in. They don't confiscate. They just don't let you in. So I didn't take mine, and I had this coat on. Didn't get stopped. Didn't get searched. Didn't get questioned. Yep,
that coat has so many pockets and compartments, and it's a really big bulky coat. Yeah, I mean,
just walked straight in.
That makes me really uncomfortable.
Went past 2 security on the door. Security on the steps, walked past them. When you get into auditorium,
even had a chat to security about what doors we're going in.
I guarantee you they would have searched the standing people then.
Well, it doesn't matter where you are.
I was explaining to him about things like the Bataclan, why I was annoyed they didn't search me, because it's not the fact they're searching me, they're not searching anybody else.
If they're not searching you, they're not doing their job properly. I prefer to be searched and all that sort of thing.
I sent him a message, my photograph wearing caught inside venue.
Yeah.
Told him.
I saw a guy that got a packet of crisps confiscated, and it was like fully sealed.
He was carrying a big packet of crisps in his hand on the way in, and the guy said, oh, you can't take that.
Yeah, because you can reseal stuff. You can put something in it and reseal it. It's like Darren had a muffin taken off by Rock City and he's never forgot it.
Cadbury's chocolate muffin.
I'd bought him a Cadbury's chocolate muffin.
Tea.
Because I think it come for straight from work. He hadn't eaten, and they took it off and he was livid.
It's a weapon. And then he told me, yeah, either chuck it in the bin or you're not coming in.
I'm surprised you didn't wait outside and eat it.
No, because he'd said it goes in the bin or you're not coming in, and he meant it. And I went to get in. It was one of those arsehole type.
Oh, is that Dalmatians?
Yeah.
It's not often you see Dalmatians. 2 Dalmatians. Oh, they're brown and white. And it's a bit windy. And a golden retriever. So anyway, I got devious again. Tuesday night I have to find out what ferry they're due back on. Come on, I'm not that close. From the holiday, because Darren bought tickets. The Darkness are playing in Belfast. I think Isaac would really enjoy the Darkness live.
Yeah, it's a venue that's under 18, so he can go.
So the problem is
Just after I got tickets.
the day that they're due back from the summer trip is the same day as the gig. Now, because they're coming on a ferry from Scotland, usually they don't land into about 9 or 10 at night ish. I checked the times of the ferries. If they're on the last ferry, no chance. If they're on the one before that, I think they may get in at about 5 or 6, which would give us time to go. So I have to try and find out what ferry they're on. It's one of those like questions where, because there's been so much back and forth about who's booking it, because Francis is trying to step back and all of the rest of them, all of the blokes are like, nobody wants to do anything, take charge of anything. And she's like, right, I've booked the camp, someone else can book the ferry, book the vans and stuff on. And it looked like nobody was doing nothing.
Did you say book the bands or?
Vans.
I thought you said bands.
So I didn't want to send her a message and say what to have it. I'm not booking it, I don't effing know. But this meeting on Tuesday night, all of the leaders are there, so I'll try and find out. I bet they're on the last one, which will mean we can't go. Because even one of us can't go because we need the car to pick Isaac up. So we'll have to sell the tickets, which is a shame because it would have been, it's someone me and Darren both really like. And even though The Darkness may appear like a poppy band to most people that don't know anything about them, they're much heavier live than they are.
Support as well.
I'm not a big fan of Ash. Right, thank you for watching this week. Sorry about the big long waffle at the end. My cold is much better. I still have coughing bits where I can't stop, but I'm much better than I was. So I shall speak to you next week. Over and out from Kit and Kaboodle. This is Jess. Jess is my parents' other neighbour's cat. Isn't she gorgeous? No, we don't go in the house. No. I'm just going to see if she'll have a dreamy. She's not impressed with the dreamies. But she's a beautiful, beautiful cat. Very, very fluffy. And she's called Jess.
She means a lot.
Hello, Jess. Hello. Aren't you pretty? Do you remember that scene from Friends when Monica's hair? This, guys, is what my hair looks like when I wash it and just leave it to dry. Look at the state of it. So when you hear people say their hair's frizzy, frizzy hair, don't care.